letter went on to praise Satan for his joviality and kindness, and then to ask him for a special gift.
Either one of you new fellas know how to read?
Okay, this next letter comes from, nothing personal, but, I don't give a rat's ass about any of these people.
What a dork.
Yeah, really.
Anybody else got something they want read? I can't blame you.
Johnny Voorhees, life coach.
Hail Satan!
Yes, yes, yes. Hail Satan indeed. Welcome, heathens, degenerates, all of you, to the very first Johnny Voorhees life coach segment. Now, we actually did get an email from somebody who shall remain nameless about a problem that they're having, and I'm going to try to do my best to try to help them out and give them a little bit of advice. As you know, if you've listened to the podcast enough, if you've listened to most of the episodes, I try to keep it lighthearted, you know, even in the times where it's not lighthearted, like Satanic Panic 1, 2, and 3. You know, I think that for this case, for this person, that I'm not going to do any of the usual fuckery that I always do. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, I have the email right here. And before I get into this email, I just want everybody out there listening to know that this is a real email from a real person with a real problem. And the email states, Dear Johnny, is sexting classed as cheating? I have been with my partner now for over 9 years. We have a mortgage and 2 kids, but the sex has disappeared since my girlfriend had a miscarriage 3 years ago. I often get the urge to sext or send DMs as I get really horny and need a good release. I look forward to hearing from you. Hail Satan. Whew. Yes, I do feel that that would be cheating, and for a while I didn't. It actually took my wife to open my eyes up and see that doing something like that actually is cheating. Before I met my wife, I was in a relationship for 12 years. Same thing. Sex was gone. It was non-existent. I wasn't getting any kind of affection. I wasn't getting any kind of interaction. And I pretty much, at first I turned to pornography, and pornography just wasn't doing it for me anymore. So I graduated and went to sending messages. I started going to a website called Adult Friend Finder, and I made an account, and I started sending out messages to women. Well, I eventually got an answer from a woman out in Phoenix, Arizona. We started talking. It just started as casual talking, and then it eventually graduated to us sexting one another and sending pictures to one another. This went on for probably about 6 months, and then one day it just kind of stopped. We just stopped doing it. Well, I was with the girl that I was with at the time, and I got up to use the restroom, and I left my phone on the table. Well, I got a text message from said girl. Next thing I know, the girl that I was with at the time is pounding on the bathroom door. And me, being me, I'm like, oh, you know, hold on, I'll be out in a minute. And all of a sudden, I hear from her, who the fuck is Nikki? And Nikki was the person that I was talking to. Well, I knew right then and there I was busted. The best advice I can give to you is talk to your girlfriend about it. Let her know what's going on. Let her know your feelings. That's something that I didn't do with my ex. I didn't talk to her about it. I just kind of acted on the urges that I had. And, I mean, she did have a miscarriage. I mean, she could still be grieving from that. You have to take her feelings into consideration as well. I mean, it's not just about you. I mean, it's about her as well. She could be hurting. Something could have went on with her, you know, and you two just need to talk it out. You need to talk it out, and you need to see how you can resolve the situation. I mean, maybe counseling. I mean, you guys got kids, man. It's so hard when you have kids, and I can relate to that because I have a son with her. I remember when we first broke up, and he was asking her on a daily basis, when's daddy coming home? When's daddy coming home? And she had to explain to him that mommy and daddy don't live together anymore. We live separately. And he was just all torn up. And I remember the first time I went over to her house after we had broken up. And I walked through the door, and he was there. And, I mean, his face just started to glow, and he had a smile from ear to ear. And the first words out of his mouth was, "Daddy, you're home." And came over and gave me this huge hug. And, I had to tell him, "No, buddy, I'm not home. I don't live here anymore. I don't live with mommy anymore. Me and mommy just don't get along anymore. So, I don't live here." And being a parent, that's probably one of the hardest things I had to do since not being able to see him for 3 months because of COVID. The best advice I can give to you is talk to your girlfriend about it. Don't hold back. Don't hold your feelings in. Do not hold your feelings in any longer. If you're having these urges, talk to her about them. Be honest with her. Don't hold back. Now, if she still feels the way she feels, that's something that you two need to discuss on your own. I mean, if she still feels that she doesn't want to be sexual with you, that's her right. You can't really hold that against her. And you just tell her, well, maybe it's time that we see other people. I mean, I would not go the route of sexting, and I would not go the route of DMing. I'm telling you from personal experience. I cannot say this enough. Do not do that. Talk to her, tell her your feelings, tell her what's going on, and see if you guys can work it out. Work it out with her. Like I said, she may be going through some shit right now. She may be holding things in from you that she hasn't said to you. You guys really need to sit down, and you guys really need to talk about this. If you guys really do love one another, please take my advice and sit down and talk to her. Seek counseling. Do whatever you can do to try to save this relationship. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it on that. If anybody out there has a problem and they want me to try to help them, you can always email me at satanicstudyhall@gmail.com. So until next time, this is Johnny Voorhees. Stay metal, stay safe, wear your fucking mask. Ave Satanas.